Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Unchained. Coming up next, a matchup of which Batista has been very much looking forward to. It is Kurt Angle taking on the Animal, and Kurt Angle in this company has never been pinned, has never been submitted in a matchup. However, Batista tonight looks to become the first man to do so. And here he comes. This is the guy who believes here tonight that he is going to end that most impressive win streak. He is the man who hails from Washington DC. He weighs in at well over 300 pounds. He is the Animal. This is Batista, and he believes that tonight is the night where the unbeaten run of Kurt Angle in this company is coming to an end. And this past week, it was a headbutt from Kurt Angle that probably woke up Batista. And the Animal here tonight is unleashed. And Kurt Angle, in the eyes of Batista, has never faced anybody quite like him. But he has faced numerous men in the past, and he has beaten them all. To name a few: John Cena, Mr. Anderson, CM Punk, AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, the list goes on and on, Finn Balor, Drew Galloway, and others. The list is a comprehensive list of the best wrestlers in our sport, and Angle has continually beat them in one-on-one matches, pinned them, submitted them. But Batista feels that he has something that those men don't, and that is why he looks to win this matchup here tonight. You can see Angle tried to get some leverage, but Batista immediately elbows him in the face, and there you see that headbutt that he employed this past week. Again, Batista not going to be fazed by it. A clothesline that sends Kurt Angle out of his boots and clotheslines him in the corner again. And this is a matchup of power and technique. Batista, oh my, going for the spine buster, but the roll through has the ankle held, but Batista kicks him away. In fact, he was near the ropes anyway, so the ankle lock had to be broken. And look at Batista go for a spear early on, but Angle had it scouted. And as I said earlier, a matchup of power versus technique. The power of Batista, as you see on display here, spine busters him into the ring post, and again face first into the barricade and throwing him around like a rag doll at the moment. But Kurt Angle in trouble for the moment early on in this matchup, but again, that leverage. He didn't become an Olympic gold medalist overnight. It took years of training, and Batista's finding that out. But the power of Batista is something that no other man in this company can match. Quite frankly, Batista is in a league of his own when it comes to power moves and lifting dead weight, and throws him over the top rope to the floor below. And that's what I was talking about. Angle on the outside, but Batista follows him, picks him up, and drops him on the hardest part of the ring. What is Batista doing now? Oh my god, well, look at this. He just ripped up that safety padding at ringside here, exposing the concrete of the arena floor. What is he doing now? Angle! Angle reverses him with a belly-to-belly throw onto the concrete. And just like that, the momentum changes. Batista, no way is he going to be able to hit the power moves that he usually does with a bad back. Take a look at this again. It was Batista who exposed the concrete, but it was Kurt Angle who capitalized on it, and again stomping on that back and that neck as well, and again lifts him up and deadlift throws him. And this is not the time to taunt, but I'm not going to tell Angle what his strategy should be. Look at that drop kick, perfectly executed. As I was saying, I'm not going to tell him what to do in that ring, because so far nobody has been able to defeat him, but Batista's trying to. A momentary lapse in judgment and the insecurity following the back body drop. And that's probably one of the reasons why Kurt Angle has been consistently winning these matches, is that he is able to take a move and make a split, quick second judgment and then attack him immediately afterwards. And now he's got the arm held, but Batista trying to leverage himself out of it, but picks him up. Going for a spinebuster maybe, but no. Goes behind. The German suplex and a second one. Going for the trifecta and drops him on the back of his neck. And he's back now. No doubt it's in a world of pain, especially following that deadlift German suplex onto the back of his head. Combine that with a belly-to-belly on the concrete and Batista's in trouble. And Angle's on the top rope now. Go for the moonsault, but Batista moves out of the way. And if Batista has stayed in that position, Angle could have cracked a couple ribs, and it may well have been over very early on. But Batista seizes up, and there you go. Rolling power slam, but a kick out by Angle. That rolling side slam, using the leverage to his advantage. And Batista waits for him, picks him up, and drives an elbow, drives a shoulder I should say, into the corner and the stomach of Angle. And that massive clothesline has Angle grounded. For one of the first times in this matchup, Batista is in control. Goes for the spear, but gets old turnbuckle instead. And now the sunset flip. Here's the cover, but Batista kicks out. Batista still in a daze following his head colliding with that turnbuckle. Angle looks to capitalise, but Batista. The power of Batista. The spinebuster and the animal shakes the ropes. His primal instinct has kicked in. And going for the Batista bomb now. But Angle backdrops it. And immediately runs off the ropes. Batista sees he's coming. Oh no, he's gone to the second rope. Dives at him and the spear. And Angle kick. No, he doesn't kick out. But he does get an arm on the ropes, breaking up the pin. And if he'd been in the middle of the ring, I don't know whether he'd have had the strength to physically kick out of that move. What a spear from the second rope. Batista runs off the ropes, but again caught. And he tried to go for a kick, but Angle catches him out into the ankle lock. He's made dozens of men tap out to this in the past. Oh, but Batista will roll up. Oh, but Angle kicks out. And maybe going to go for a pile driver of his own. No! On his shoulders into the Batista bomb. But Angle rolls to the other side of the ring and rolls outside before Batista can hook a leg and get a cover. Would it have been over? That's one of the biggest what-ifs in Batista's mind at the moment. But he can't be dealing with what-ifs at this point. He's got to get right back at him, and he's doing the right thing, getting him back into the ring where he can inflict more damage. And going for a second Batista bomb. But Angle recovers! Angle rolls through into the ankle lock, and it is in the centre of the ring. And it may not take as long as Angle anticipated to put this one away. That ankle lock in the centre of the ring. And although there weren't many powerful moves by Angle, they were significant enough to cause a significant impact onto the back of Batista with that belly to belly on the concrete. And again, look at him. Oh my god, look at the power. The power to drag himself to safety. And he's literally crawled onto the top rope. And Kurt Angle can't believe it. But Batista, oh my god! Olympic slam from the top. One. Goes in for the cover. Three. And of course he's won. Well, on another day, maybe Batista would have kicked out of that. But you have to take into consideration the fact that he suffered from a belly-to-belly suplex onto the concrete and then that's right, 3 German suplexes in a row, one of them to the back of the neck. And it's something that Batista, he simply didn't have the strength to kick out. And, well, look at this again. The roll through from the Batista bomb and then the ankle lock. But Batista crawled. That is insane. An insane amount of power and strength to crawl up the turnbuckles like a ladder, get to the top rope to safety, but Angle, that veteran instinct to run right after him, hook him, and deliver an Angle slam off the top rope with such devastating force that, well, Batista, I'm not going to be surprised if he's cracked a couple of ribs or bruised one of his kidneys. That was vicious. And Batista could not beat Kurt Angle here tonight. He put up a great effort, but he could not beat him here tonight. Batista has become yet another name on the unbeaten list of Kurt Angle.
This city needs a hero. Who will come to the citizens' aid? Is the bird? Is the plane? No. It's the new sensation. The man that gravity forgot. He is simply death-defying. It's Neville, and he's here to save us.
How about we find out how your streak holds up against me? Really? You? Give me a freaking break. What disrespect shown towards Daniel Bryan right there. And that's following Kurt Angle. He just beat Batista. He is still unbeaten. And he is now, I think there's no doubt about it, he's in over his head. He's getting too cocky, and one of these days he's going to get tripped up. Is Daniel Bryan going to be the man to beat him? Who knows, but Angle shouldn't take him lightly, that's for sure. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it is the elimination fatal four-way matchup for the NLW Tag Team Championships. And Rob Van Dam and Raven, the champions, since winning those titles in TLC at WrestleMania, they have been on a roll. That's not to say they've had their blips in momentum, that's for sure. Especially considering the Lucha Dragons a couple of weeks ago got a victory over them. And over the past couple of weeks of NLW programming, I've tried to explain this entire tag team situation. I can explain it in one word, that is chaotic. And here come the first of the three challenges here tonight. The Young Bucks, in our first title matchup of the evening, looking to regain those titles that they lost at WrestleMania in that TLC matchup. It was actually Matt and Nick Jackson. In fact, it was Matt Jackson at the top of the ladder with Rob Van Dam at the end of that match, and then Raven. We thought he was injured, but he came out at the end of that conclusion and pushed him off the ladder to win those titles. And here comes a team that, since the split of the NWO, has looked to split the tag team division for their own gain. The Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, on episode 45, laid to waste the entire tag team division, all three of their challenges in this matchup. And the Outsiders here tonight, looking for their first taste of gold. Kevin Nash is a former NLW Tag Team Champion, but Scott Hall is not, and here comes the Lucha Dragons. Apparently not being accompanied to the ring by Rey Mysterio Jr., who on our pre-show on Metal was shoved over by Hernandez, and that's another story entirely, and now he jumps, oh my god! And this matchup gets underway with an explosive start. Kalisto gliding into the ring, only to meet the clothesline of Kevin Nash. And now all of these teams, all 8 men, going after each other. Meanwhile, Hall chokes out Kalisto, who was wiped out by Nash, and the Young Bucks see a target on the 4 of them brawling out there on the ring floor, and that allows Nick to leap over him and deliver that corkscrew dive. And Nick, on the floor, wipes out all of them. And 5 of them are down at the moment. And the Young Bucks seem to be in control. They are looking to regain the titles they lost. And now you see there, diving onto the entire fray, and it was actually the tandem of Kevin Nash and the Big Show of the NWO that the Young Bucks defeated to win those titles, and then of course losing them at WrestleMania. And here comes Sin Cara. Yes, there are tags in this one, and he went for a back spring elbow, but got caught with a boot to the back of the mask. And now Sin Cara is in a daze, and we may see our first elimination already. Going for the Razor's Edge. Oh, but no, Sin Cara, roll through, Hurricanrana in the pin. Sin Cara eliminates the Outsiders. And Scott Hall is having it on with the referee, telling him, what the hell happened? Well, I'll tell you what just happened. You just got eliminated. And now the Young Bucks attack, and Nash and Hall now having words. Can't believe they were just eliminated from this contest. And meanwhile, a powerbomb into the turnbuckle and the super kick combo. Let's keep a tally on those super kicks in this matchup. There's one. And now Sin Cara in trouble. Hung up on the ropes. Being held. And Nick goes for the swanton, but Sin Cara moves out of the way. And delivers that bulldog to Matt. And Matt Jackson on the floor. The Kalisto has been tagged in. And that face planting leg scissors. Oh no. Going for the Salida del Sol, but tags out to one half of the tag team champions, Rob Van Dam. And we're seeing a little bit of a repeat from their matchup a couple weeks ago on Metal. Goes for a back elbow. Now goes for the DDT, but kip up. RVD goes for the drop kick and lands on his head in a headstand. Goes for a kick. Moves out of the way in a spinning heel kick. Good God, what a series of moves. That was tough. I'll tell you, that was tough for me to commentate, let alone execute. For Kalisto, and Raven tagged in now. And the former three-time hardcore champion and current tag champion having his way with Kalisto. That's corkscrew drilling him into the ring post, and I should say ring mat. And now Kalisto on the floor in a trouble, but well, Nick tags in. The blind tag. Remember, you can tag in any of the other teams in this matchup. And Nick, 450, called out, sunset flip, Mizukura, but a kick out. And Sin Cara on the apron tagged in. And Nick Jackson about to get moonsaulted. No! Catches Sin Cara's moonsault. And now they're looking for that Meltzer driver. But here comes Kalisto. Good God! And now roll through from Sin Cara. Is he going to be eliminated here? But no. Oh my God. This is incredible. And Sin Cara now goes for a springboard with a super kick. One, two, and three. The Lucha Dragons are gone. Holy hell. Oh, Jesus. That's all I can say at this minute. The Lucha Dragons are gone, and now we are down to 2. Let's just take a look at this whole matchup again. Look at this. Moonsault, caught out, goes for the Meltzer driver, but instead Kalisto there to meet him with a Hurricanrana, and this was the elimination. The springboard into the super kick. Sin Cara pinned. Kalisto and Sin Cara of the Lucha Dragons gone, and well, I can tell you Hernandez won't be happy with that one, but he lost earlier, so big deal. And now we're down to 2. The current champions face to face with the former champions. The Bucks looking to regain the titles they lost at WrestleMania to these guys. And now they have at it. And the Hurricanrana. The leg scissors sends RVD outside. And the tag champions on the back foot. And this is so much fun to watch. I don't know how fun it is for them to wrestle. Oh, it is not fun for Matt, as he collides with the steel ring ramp there. And I don't think Nick realises that Matt missed. Oh no! Spinning heel kick from Van Dam again. A lethal series of kicks from Van Dam will put you out in a hurry. And Raven says, let's put it away now. And I think it may be over. Monkey flip into the Raven effect. And he hits it. Hits a cover by Raven. But Matt breaks it up. And Matt in there at 2 7/8. And throwing out RVD now. Goes after him with that DDT tornado onto the floor. And now Nick attacks him. And Matt back on the apron. And he's on his shoulders and we're looking for more bang for your buck. No! Raven caught him from the 450 to the Raven effect, but a moonsault. And the frog splash. Matt is down. And Raven and Rob Van Dam retain the NLW Tag Team titles of the world. Oh my god. Oh, what a contest. I'm still recovering from that one. You can stick your ultimate thrill ride. This was the ultimate thrill ride. That was insane. I'm going to try and call it as I see it, but this was the Tornado DDT that took out Van Dam seemingly. The Young Bucks looked to regain the titles with more bang for your buck, but Raven was up immediately to catch him from the 450 into the Raven effect, then the moonsault, and then breaking up the pin was Rob Van Dam, flying so high, as he always does, with the frog splash, and well, the Young Bucks are going to have to wait another day if they want to regain those titles, because Rob Van Dam and Raven continue their impressive streak. This Rocky tag team that emerged on the scene seemingly at a glance, and Rob Van Dam and Raven still your champions. The Jackson brothers still angry, but I can tell you one thing, Van Dam and Raven, maybe they're going to hold on to those titles for a long time, we will see. And another person who wants to hold on to their championship for a very long time is Trish Stratus. This past week she returned from an injury to attack Charlotte, the woman who challenges her here tonight, and Charlotte, after viciously assaulting Trish Stratus, is now looking to gain the women's championship that she feels she deserves. And this is a matchup specifically requested by Trish, the women's champion. It is an Extreme Rules matchup for the women's title. It's Trish versus Charlotte. That's in our next part.